Welcome back to the Ultimate General Hospital channel, where secrets explode, shocking betrayals change everything, and Port Charles is never safe. From unexpected romances to deadly twists and jaw-dropping spoilers, we're breaking down every dramatic moment. Subscribe now because the next big GH bombshell is just moments away. As someone who has followed every twist and turn in Port Charles through the years, I find this development both surprising and wonderfully refreshing. When John first hinted at his desire to appear in a daytime drama during his own program, I remember thinking it was just a fun joke from a sharp comedian. But here we are, and it turns out he was serious. The fact that he is stepping into a significant guest role on General Hospital while also making a shorter appearance on Days of Our Lives feels like a genuine shakeup that could breathe new life into these beloved stories. What strikes me most is how this casting choice seems to be prompting some real adjustments behind the scenes. From what Frank Valentini, the executive producer, has shared, John's involvement is not just a quick cameo. He is becoming an integral part of an explosive new storyline, and that has me wondering how the writers are reshaping the current arcs to accommodate him. I have seen many guest stars come and go over the years, but few bring the kind of sharp wit and commanding presence that John seems to offer. In the photo he shared, he looked so serious in that suit with the dark hair, surrounded by what appeared to be a SWAT-style team. It immediately made me think of high-stakes drama involving law enforcement, or perhaps a new threat looming over Port Charles. Could this be connected to ongoing tensions with Sonny's world, or something entirely fresh? Whatever it is, I believe it will create ripples that affect many longtime characters in meaningful ways. One thing I particularly appreciate is how John has spoken about his respect for the history of General Hospital. He mentioned that the show has met all his expectations, and that honesty feels genuine to me. As a loyal viewer, I have watched the series evolve through different eras, from the legendary romances to the intense mob storylines and medical emergencies that keep us coming back. Bringing in someone like John, who is known for his thoughtful commentary and humor, could provide a perfect contrast to the emotional intensity we often see. I personally think this might allow for some lighter, more satirical moments without undermining the drama. For instance, imagine him interacting with characters like Sonny or Jason. The dynamic could be fascinating because John's real-life persona is so analytical, while our Port Charles residents often act on passion and loyalty. It is a clash that has the potential to highlight different sides of familiar personalities. Of course, this crossover energy is also touching Days of Our Lives, though on a shorter scale. John's appearances there in August sound like they will be brief but impactful, giving fans of both shows something special to look forward to. I have always enjoyed the occasional overlaps between these two classic soaps, as they remind us of the shared universe of daytime television. Yet with General Hospital, it feels like the stakes are higher. Frank Valentini has confirmed that John's role is substantial, and the episodes airing early in July are going to be must-watch television. I keep asking myself, will this new character bring revelations that change alliances we thought were solid? Or might he introduce a perspective from outside Port Charles that forces everyone to reconsider their choices? The answers seem to be unfolding rapidly, and that sense of momentum is exactly what keeps me excited at my age. I do not want the show to feel stale, and this move proves the producers are willing to take bold steps. Looking back, I recall other memorable guest appearances that shifted the story in unexpected directions. Think about how certain high-profile actors brought fresh conflict or romance that lingered long after they left. John's involvement feels different because of his public enthusiasm and the way the production has embraced him fully. He prepared thoroughly, stayed professional, and was kind to everyone on set, according to Frank. That kind of positive energy often translates to strong performances on screen. I have a feeling his character might challenge some of the established power structures in town. Perhaps he arrives with information or a mission that intersects with ongoing investigations or personal crises. Whatever the details, I am confident it will lead to those classic General Hospital moments where secrets explode and relationships are tested. What I find most compelling is how this development is forcing adjustments to multiple storylines at once. New shocks are being layered in, making the overall narrative feel more explosive than it has in recent months. For General Hospital, this is not a minor detour, but a true evolution of the current plots. I have my own theory that John's character could serve as a catalyst for change. maybe exposing vulnerabilities in characters we have grown to love, or forging unexpected partnerships. Is it possible he brings a touch of moral complexity that mirrors some of the ethical dilemmas we see in real life? I think so, and that would make his arc even more satisfying. At the same time, I understand some longtime viewers might worry about too many changes, but I believe this is the right kind of evolution. It honors the past while inviting new viewers to discover why we have stayed so devoted. As the episodes approach, I find myself counting down the days until Thursday. The anticipation is building beautifully, and I suspect many of you feel the same. Will we see immediate confrontations, or will the story build slowly with clever dialogue and tense encounters? Either way, I trust the team knows how to deliver payoff that rewards our loyalty. John's shorter stint on Days of Our Lives will be a nice bonus for fans who follow both shows, perhaps creating a fun conversation point across the daytime community. But for us General Hospital devotees, this feels like a chapter that could redefine parts of the canvas in Port Charles for months to come. I have always said that the strength of this show lies in its ability to surprise us while staying true to the heart of its characters. John's arrival seems poised to do exactly that. He is not just a famous name dropping in for publicity. He is stepping into a role that matters. The way the producers have described his contribution as indispensable to the story tells me they have big plans. I cannot help but smile thinking about the heated discussions this will spark among viewers. Some might see it as a bold experiment, others as a return to the show's tradition of memorable guest stars who leave a lasting impression. Personally, I am embracing the excitement and trusting that it will enrich the journeys of our favorite residents. There is something heartwarming about watching a talented performer like John dive into this world with such respect. It reminds me why I fell in love with General Hospital in the first place. The characters feel like family, and the stories reflect the complexities of life. With these new developments, I believe we are in for a period of heightened drama and perhaps even some much-needed humor to balance the heavier moments. I urge all my fellow longtime fans to tune in with open hearts. The adjustments happening now are creating a ripple effect that promises to make the coming weeks truly unforgettable. For years, the WSB has brought layers of danger and sophistication to stories involving Anna, Robert, and others. Now, with John's character possibly operating in that elite space, it feels like the writers are weaving a fresh layer of espionage that directly collides with the personal lives of Jason, Sonny, and Carly. I have seen Jason carry the weight of too many secrets over the decades, and this new development seems poised to test him like never before. Imagine a seasoned WSB agent arriving with classified information that forces Jason to confront choices from his past that refuse to stay buried. The tension is already building, and I find myself asking whether Jason will choose loyalty to his oldest friends or the greater good that a WSB mission might demand. From what Frank Valentini has suggested about the explosive nature of this arc, I think the answer will shake foundations we thought were solid. Sonny, too, stands at the center of this gathering storm. His world has always balanced on the edge between legitimate business and the shadows he cannot fully escape. If John is indeed a special WSB operative, his presence could expose vulnerabilities in Sonny's organization or even challenge the alliances Sonny relies upon. I remember how protective Sonny has always been of those he loves, particularly Carly. The idea that an outside force like this could threaten their hard-won stability fills me with both concern and anticipation. Carly has fought so hard for peace and family unity. This new obsession, this looming threat tied to John's mission, might push her to make bold decisions that reveal just how fierce her love and loyalty remain. The three of them together, Jason, Sonny, and Carly, facing a shared crisis of this magnitude feels like classic General Hospital at its most compelling. What excites me most is how this storyline proves the producers are committed to delivering genuine shocks rather than fleeting drama. John's short but powerful run of episodes beginning early July is not just a celebrity visit. It is a catalyst that is already forcing adjustments across multiple plots, making everything feel more urgent and interconnected. I have my own theory that John's character may carry secrets about a larger international threat that somehow loops back to Port Charles, perhaps involving old enemies or new players who have been watching from afar. The armed team in the background of that photo suggests action and authority. Could they be protecting something vital or preparing to strike against a hidden danger? Whatever the truth, I am confident the coming episodes will answer these questions swiftly while raising even more intriguing ones. As a longtime viewer who has celebrated countless milestones with this show, I appreciate how this arc honors the past while pushing forward. John brings a thoughtful intensity that contrasts beautifully with the raw emotion Jason, Sunny, and Carly often display. Their shared history of love, loss, and unbreakable bonds is about to be tested by this new obsession, and I believe it will lead to powerful scenes of confrontation, revelation, and perhaps even reluctant alliance. The way the story is building creates that wonderful sense of momentum where each day feels like something important is about to break wide open.